prepared for the Gamm. Thank you all for being here with us making Gamm history. This is my second year doing this, and it has been such an incredible experience. Okay, before we go on to the show, a few housekeeping things. Please turn off your cell phones. We do not want to hear any rain, beeping, alarms, whatnot. Nothing, please. Also, please, no flash photography. It is very distracting to the actors and can actually be quite harmful as well. The actors will be using the aisles, so please do not put anything in the aisles. Keep all hands, arms, legs, feet inside the vehicle at all times. There's a vase outside on a table where we'll be collecting donations for the DSI Scholarship Fund. The Scholarship Fund allows students to participate in DSI, so please, 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 please donate. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless McDonald's, too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel which smoked a bloody execution. Like Valor's minion carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor would bid farewell to him till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, great happiness! Oh, valiant cousin!
Mark, King of Scotland, Mark! No sooner justice had with valor armed compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lords, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began the fresh assaults.
This made not this like Captains Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or hare the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons o'ercharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Ah! But I am faint. My matches cry for help.
So well the words become thee as thy wounds. They smack upon her both. Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From fight, great king. With the Norwegian banners fought the sky and fair our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by the most disloyal Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. And to conclude, the victory fell upon us.
Oh, great happiness! No more will that Thane of Cawdor deceive our bosom interests. Go, renounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine. Sister, where thou?
A sailor's delight had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, a righty witch, nor a bedroiding Christ. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger, but in a ship out thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself am all the other. I'll drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Where is the cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me! Show me!
A pilot snow, remedies road worthy to go. A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace! The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
A forest called Forbes. What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth. And yet your aunt. Live you? You want that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her chappy finger laying upon her skinny lip. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Gamm.
All hail Macbeth! Hail to the vein of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, who shall be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? A noble partner you read with present grace and great prediction, of noble having and of royal hope that he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not. If you can see into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, and neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Less hail.
Hail!
Hail. Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy,
Much happier. Thou shalt get kings though thou be young, so all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay! You imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Simon's death, I know I am Thane of Gamm, but how of Carroll? The Thane of Carroll lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Carroll. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak! I charge you!
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would that they had stayed.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or are we in on the insane route that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and they of Pollard too, but did not so.
Self-same tune and word. Who is here?
The king hath received, Macbeth, the news of thy success.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master's thanks.
For our earnest of greater honor, he bade thee from him. Call thee Thane of Cawdor, which him was worthy thing, for it is thine.
Or can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Pollard lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose? Really use combined with those that no merited. Blind the rebel with hidden health advantage, or that with both he labored his country's wrecks, I know not. For treason's captain confessed and proved that overthrown him.
Gamm's and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope that your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promise no less to them?
The trusted home might yet enkindle you to the crown besides the Thane of Cawdor. 'Tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harms, instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why had it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth, I am Thane of Cawdor? If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man, that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. If chance will have me king, what chance they crown me without my stir?
New honors come upon him like our strange garments. Cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Way to Macbeth. You stay upon your leisure?
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced. And at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done on Carroll?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one who saw him die, and did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons.
He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, more as I do than more than I'll compare.
The service and loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself.
Welcome. Hither. I have begun to plan thee, and will labor to make thee full of growth. Noble Banquo that has no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee close to my heart.
Ere if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, veins, and you whose places are the nearest. No one will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor not in a company invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness and bodiless further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife at your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cardinal.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me, Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred to me to the coming on of time. With hail, king, that shall be! This have I thought great to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness. Glad thou art in Cawdor, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full the milk of human kindness. To catch the nearest wave thou wouldest be great. Art not without ambition, but without the illness that should tend to it. Hie me hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which with fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned. When did you tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou'rt mad to say it.
So please, it is true. Our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had disputed him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than the nature of his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse. That crooks the fatal entrance of Duncan into my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal lots, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of my direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the affected it. Come to my wounded breast, and take my yoke for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your slightest substance you wait on nature's mischiefs. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife not see the wounded mates, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great Glams and worthy Cawdor, greater than by the all-hail hereafter. Thy lighters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in an instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Dane, is a book where men may read strange matters. To be battle time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but to be the serpent under it. He that is coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give a solely sovereign sway in mastery.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear, to alter favor and mercy fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle has a pleasant seat. The air nimbly sweetly recommends itself to our senses. See our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as well. Wherein I teach you, I shall bid thy illness for your pains, and thank us for your troubles.
All our service in every point, twice done and then done double. We're poor and single business to content, against those honors deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house.
Where is the vein of Pollard? We horsemen at the heel, and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and will continue our graces towards him. Brian Lee, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instruction, which, being taught, returns to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so weak, hath been so clear in his great office that his virtues will plead, like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horse upon the sightless courier's bear, shall blow the hurricane in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He has almost supped, why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No, you not, he has.
We will proceed no further in his business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought bold opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since and wakes now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I count thy love. Art thou feared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have which thou esteemst the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem? Like I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the end.
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that they become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What peace was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, you are a man. And to be so much more than what you are, you'd be so much more than the man. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed his brains out had I so sworn you had done to this.
If we should fail.
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto shall his heart's journey sounding invite him? His two chamberlains, while I with wine and wassail so convince the memory. The water of the brain shall be a few, receipt and reason a limbic only. When in swinish sleep, there drenched natures lie. As in a depth, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What we not put upon his spongy officers who will bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men and children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleeping to of his own chamber, and use their very daggers as they have done?
Who dares receive an other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to the terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12.
I take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. His husbandry in heaven, their candles are all out. Take thee that too. The summons lies like lead upon me, that I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to repose. Give me my sword. Who's here?
A friend!
What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. But an unusual pleasure is sent forth great largest to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, by name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free our wrong.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend even some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest pleasure.
If you shall please my consent, when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it. So keep my bosom franchise and allegiance, but I shall be housing.
Good repose alive.
Thanks, and the like to you.
Go! Bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressive brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale hang its offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel the wolf, whose howls is watched, thus, with his stealthy pace, with Torkin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time which thou suits within. Whiles I fret, he lives. Words in a heated deed too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace, with yowl that shrieks, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is above it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drunk their posets, that nature and death do contend to them, whether they live or die.
Who is there? Whoa!
Alack, I'm afraid they have awakened, 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confound us. Hark! I laid the daggers ready, he couldn't miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done. My husband.
I have done to thee. Did thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended? Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Probably.
This is a sorry sight looking on his hands.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
They're two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen, the other as they had seen me. But these hangman's hands. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore would I not pronounce amen? I had the most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be fought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more! Macbeth does murder, sleep! The innocent sleep. Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house! Sleep no more. Glom shall murder, sleep, and their poor daughter shall sleep no more! Sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more! Sleep no more!
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy thing, you do unbend yourself to think so brain sickly of things. Get some water and wash this filthy wages from your hands. Why have you brought the daggers from the place? They must lie and will carry them and stand in the blood of this Hebrew.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think of what I have done. Look on again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. The sleeping in the dead are is but a picture. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of your grooms, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? I whisper thee when every noise appalls me. What hands are here? Ah, they pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No! This my hand, but rather the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water will clear us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark! More knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my teacher, best not to know myself. Oh, pray come you with thy knocking as what thou couldst.
Here is a knocking indeed. If a man were quarter of Hellgate, he should have hold her indeed. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub? Here's a firm that hangs himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have napkins now. Here, you'll sweat for it. Who's there? In the other devil's name? Think. Here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Who's there? Think. Here's an English tailor come hither, for stealing out on French hooks. Come in, tailor. There you may roast your goose. Never act quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil quarter it no further. I had thought to have let in small professions that go the criminal's way into the everlasting bonfire. A nod! I pray you. Remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir. We were carousing to the second cup, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of 3 things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
There, sir. Nose painting, sweet, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire. But it takes away the performance. Much drink may be said to be an equivocation with lechery. It makes him, and it mars him. It sets him on, and it sets him off. It persuades him, and disheartens him. In conclusion, equivocates him in sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir. In the very throat of me. But I requited him for his lie, and I think, sir, being too strong for him, though he choked off my legs one time. Yet I made a shift and cast him.
Hawkins had awakened. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both. Is the king stirring, worthy thing?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely upon him. I have almost slipped the hour.
Goes the king has today.
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay our chimneys were blown down, as they say. Dimensions are in the air. Strange screams of death, prophesied of accidents terrible, dire combustion, views events new hatched the woeful time. Obscure bird clambered the livelong night. Some say the earth was fervor, and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance not parallel.
Oh, horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke up the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What does he say, the life?
Me to his majesty?
Approach the chamber. Do not bid me speak. See, and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder, treason! Banquo! Jentlewoman! Malcolm, awake!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls brother the speakers of the house? Speak, speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ears would murder as it fell. Banquo! Banquo! Our royal master is murdered!
The last one in our house.
You call any argument up, I quickly contradict myself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this instant there's nothing serious in mortality.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father is murdered. Oh. By whom?
Those in this chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were imbadged with blood. So were the daggers, which, unquite, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, and I can kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. There, the murderer steeped in the colors of their trade. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known?
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? And most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here, where fate hid in the alcohol may rush and seize us? Out of the way! The tears are not yet rude.
For our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
When we have our naked frailties hit that self-guarded exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God, I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense, I fight with treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all! Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. Show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. Out to England.
To Ireland I. Our separated fortune will keep us both safer. For fire, for staggers, and then smiles. Near bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore, to horse. And let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
Threescore and 10 I can remember well, within which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. But this sword I have trifled former doings.
Ah, good father, thou seest the heavens as trouble a man's act, dread his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, and yet the dark night strangles the traveling lamp. It's nice predominance or day shame that darkness does face the written tone. Living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in its private place, was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, a thing most strange as certain, beauteous as swift, minions of their race, turned wild, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience to make war with mankind.
They decided to eat each other.
They did so, seeing with amazement mine eyes that looked upon it. Oh, here comes a good Macbeth. How goes the world, sir, now?
Why see you not?
Do you know who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth had slain.
Alas the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suburban. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still. This will sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Will you two Scone?
No, cousin. I'll to Fife.
I'll thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. Lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God's benefit be with you, and with those that make good of bad and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. I fear thou biddest most foully. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine. Why, by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well and set me up in hope? But hush no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our feast in all things that become.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Your Highness command upon me, to which my duties are with most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both brave and prosperous in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is far you ride?
Far, my lord, is full time for this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We here, our bloody cousins, are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their here with strange invention. But of that, tomorrow. Hie you to horse, adieu till you return at night. Ghost, flounce with you.
And my good lord, our time is called once.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society a sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves till supper time alone. Well then, God be with you. Sir, I'll work with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, about the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep. There is none but he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet, like they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand. No son of mine succeeding, but the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate unto the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
Know that it was he in times past, which helped you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us, though our lives.
Your spirits shine through you. Within this hour at most, I'll advise you where to plant yourselves, for it must be done tonight. Fleance, his son that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart.
We are resolved, my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it finds heaven, must find it out tonight.
Not had all spent, for our desires God without content. 'Tis safer to be the witch that we destroy than dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord, why do you keep alone?
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and beat herself whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former too.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleep o'er your rugged looks, and be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I love, and so I pray to you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou know'st that Banquo and his flayance lives.
But if the nature's copy did not return,
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Ere the bat hath flown his cloister flight, ere to black-headed summons, the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
what's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Schutt, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse while night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelst that my words would hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill so pretty. Go with me.
Who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
He deserves not our distrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction of the just. Let us stand with us. The west yet glimmers with its streaks of day. Now spurs the lated traveler pace to gain his time anew. And so near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark, I hear horses.
Like their hook.
Meant to see the rest that are within the note of expectation are already in the court. His forces go about.
Almost a mile, but he does usually. So all men do. From hence to the palace he makes their walk.
A light! A light!
We rain tonight.
Let it come.
No treachery! Fire, flares! Fire, fire, fire! It's revenge of slave! Yeah!
The one is down. The sun is fled.
We have lost the best half of our affair. Well, let's away and say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, a hearty welcome. Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it to me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here, I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mirth, anon we'll drink a measure to the table round. There's blood on thy face.
His Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did hear.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. It is good that did delight for flaunts, if thou didst that thou art the non-parade.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect. But Banquo safe.
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch he finds 20 trench gashes on his head. The least of death in nature.
Thanks for that. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again. Sweet remembrance, sir.
May it please your highness, consent?
Here had we our country's honor root. with the graced person of our Banquo present, who I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, please bring upon his promise. Please, your highness, grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is the place to work, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What?
My lord.
Thou canst not say I did it! Never shake thy dory locks at me!
Gentlemen, rise, your highness is not well.
Sit, poorly friends, my lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
I, and a bold one, the devil, the mount may call the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Why do you make these faces? You look but on a stool.
Pray you, see there! Behold, look low! How say you? Why, what care I? If thou canst not speak to! Eternal houses in our graves must send those that we bear back. Our monuments shall be the cause of life.
What quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie for shame!
Blood has been shed ere now. In the olden time, when the brains were out, the man would die and there an end. But now, they rise and do with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My noble lord, your worthy friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and help to all, then I'll sit down. Give me some wine, fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all.
Pardon me,
Avaunt! And quit my sight! Let me her guide thee! My bones are marrowless, my blood is gold!
Think of this, good peers, but only as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of time.
Myself, being gone, I am a man again. Pray thee, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth and broken the meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, when now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural beauty of your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fever.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. Go at once. Stay not upon the order, but go.
Good night, and better health and His Majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs in understood relations have by magpies and chuffs and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. How was the night?
Almost at odds with the morning, which is which.
How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you not send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More they shall speak, for now I am bent to know by the worst means, the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood step in so far, that should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
Lack the season of all nature's sleep.
Come, will to sleep. We are yet but young indeed.
Why, how now, Captain? You look angrily.
How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, was never called dare and heart, or show the glory of our hearts.
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
My former speeches have put hit in thoughts, which can interpret further. Only I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth, married. He was dead. The right kind Banquo walked too late. May you say, or is it please you? Fancy.
how did grieve Macbeth? Did he not straight in highest rage the two delinquents tear, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. I hear Macduff was disgraced, sir. Can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the Jew of birth, lives in the English court, and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff has gone to pray the holy king upon his aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike Seaward. And by the help of these, with him above, to ratify the work, we may again to our tables meet, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, all of which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperate their king, that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Thrice the grinding cat hath mewed.
Thrice said once the head king lied.
Hark your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad, thunder, cold stone, days and nights is 31. Sweltered venom, sleeping God. Boil thou first time the jar pot. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillets of a Betty's cake. Royal vein. Eye of Newton, toe of frog. Wool of fat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting. Lizard's breath and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble. Like a hell-brought boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's moany maw engulf. Of the rabid salty shark, root of hemlock digging in the dark. Liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and lips of ewe. Silver in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips. Finger of birth strangled thing, fish delivered by a drab. Make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's chaldron for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well, I was in your pains, and everyone must share in the gains.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open box, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags, what is you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me.
Speak,
Demand.
will answer.
Say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him, let me see him.
Pour in Sal's blood that hath you per night thereof. Grease that swen from the murderer's gibbet. Throw into the flame.
Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown
He
power.
knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macduff! Beware the thane of fight! Dismiss me! Heed not!
Whatever thou art, thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast heard my fear right, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Bloody, bold, and resolute, laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of women born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee, and yet all my assurance I will sure.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspirators are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Birnam Wood, to high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earth-bound root? Sweet bodements, good. My heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied! Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know!
Show. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Horrible sight! Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What, is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so.
Where are they? Gone? Come in without there!
What's your grace's
Saw you the weird sisters!
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
I did hear the galloping horse. Who was that came by?
Aye, 'tis 2 or 3 that bring me word Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my lord.
Time! Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose never is or to unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with ask, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff all surprise. Seize upon fight, give to the other sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool.
What had he done to fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it is wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom. To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles, all in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in the nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cause, I pray you, school yourself. For your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further. I'll take my leave at once. Shall not be long, I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, but climb upwards to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it'd be to my disgrace and your discomfort. I'll take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father's dead, and what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
Huddling the worms and flies?
What I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, let's never fear the net nor line, the fall nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? For birds they are not sent for. My father's not dead, for all your saying.
Yes, he is dead, and how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how wilt thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll settle again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet in faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor, and he must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Well, then the liars and swearers are fools. There are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God help thee, poor monkey, but how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you should not, it's a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Oh, prattler, how thou talk.
Bless you, fair dame. I have not seen known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. Heaven preserve, I dare abide no longer.
Why should I fly? I have done no harm. And now I remember I'm in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometimes accounted dangerous folly. And then alas, do I put up this womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
The lies, thou shag-haired villain!
What do you have? What's wrong with you?
You kill me, mother! Run away, I pray you!
seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dolor.
What I believe, I'll wail. What no, believe, and what I can, redress. As I shall find your time, friend, I will. What you have spoken, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He had not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous,
but Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil from an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there were I to find my doubts. Why, in that wrongness left you, wife and child, those precious motives, strong knots of love without leave-taking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Believe, poor country, great tyranny, lay thou thy face ashore, for goodness dare not check thee, wear thou thy wrongs. The title is afeard. Fare thee well. I would not be the villain that thou thinkest, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the regis to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, subtle, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings, but fear not yet to take upon you what is yours.
Were I king, I should cut off the nobles from their lands, desire this one's jewels and this other one's house, and all this more having should be as a sauce to make me hunger more. Nay, were I king, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar universal peace, and found all unity on earth. If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live, O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant's bloody scepter. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since that the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed and does blasphemy his breed? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees and on her feet, died every day that she lived. These evils that thou speakest against thyself have banished me from Scotland, oh, my breast. Thy hope ends here.
Enough. This noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul white as the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Old Seward, with 10,000 warlike men already at point, were setting forth. Now we'll together, and our chances of goodness be like our mortgage quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile. See who comes here.
'Tis my countryman, yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, betimes remove the means which makes us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did?
A last poor country, almost afraid to know itself, cannot be called our mother, but our grave. Where nothing but who knows nothing is what seems to smile.
Oh, relation. Too nice and yet too true.
What is the newest grief?
Thou and I was aged office to speaker. Each minute teams a new one. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight, to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward and 10,000 men.
What I could mention this comfort with the like. But I have words that will be howled out to the desert air. We're hearing will not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause? Or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest. But the main part pertains you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me, quickly! Let me have it.
Your castle surprised, like the babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner, run the curry to the murder deer, to add the death to you.
Merciful heaven. What, man? Ne'er pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the orphan heart and bids it break.
My children too.
Children, servants, all.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
As I said,
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
Has no children. All? Did you say all? Oh, hell kind all! What? All my pretty chickens and their dad in one fell swoop!
Speak it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did the heavens look on and would not take their part, sinful MacDonald! They were all struck for me! Not that I am! Not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls! And arrest them now.
Let this be the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart. Enraged.
Oh, I can play the woman with my eyes, and the braggart with my tongue, but gentle heavens cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length set him. If he should escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tomb goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, it never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, and can perceive no truth in your reports. When was it that she last walked?
Since His Majesty went to the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in most fast sleep.
What at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, I'll not report out.
To me you may, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Though you who she comes, Sir very guardian, upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, I stood by her. She is light by her continually, 'tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her to continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark! She speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strong.
Out, damn spot! Out, I say! 1, 2, why then 'tis time to do. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie! The soul of Raymond of fear. What need we know when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Did you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Will these hands near be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She spoke what she should not, I'm sure of it.
Is the smell of blood still? All the perfumes of Arabia will not unsweeten this hand.
What a sigh is there, the heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray God it be so.
This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep but have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so?
To bed. I hear knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
So good night. My mind she has made it and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is here. Little my Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macbeth. Revenge is burning them. For their dear causes we choose bleeding, and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
The emperor would. Shall we go to Egypt that way it comes?
Who knows if Donald Bain be with his mother?
For certain, sir, he's not. I've defiled all the Egypt. There's young Seward's son, and many rough but even now because their birds are many.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate who do call it valiant fury. But for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the bountiful.
Now does he feel the secret murderer shaking on his hands? Now knew the revolts operating faithfully. Those he command only in command, nothing more. Now does he feel his title and lose without him? But they cannot rule for their glory speed.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him doth hate itself for being there? Well, march me on to obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet me the medicine of the sickly veal, and with him pour me in our country's purge, each drop of us.
So much as it needs to be the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. We are march towards Rome.
Bring me no more reports, let him fly all! Till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's that boy, Malcolm? Was she not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, for no man is born of woman shall e'er have power upon me. And down, ye black thou green-faced loot! Where dost thou that goose look?
There's 10
These villains!
soldiers, sir!
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou willy little whore. What soldiers patch? What soldiers wave
The
face?
English force so please you.
Take thy face hence! See, what news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
She is not needed yet.
Give me my armor! How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as he is troubled with thick, combing fancies that keep him from rest.
Cure of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow? Raise out the written troubles of the brain?
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, all none of it. Come, put my armor on. I will not be afraid of death in vain. The burn forest come to Dunsinane.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that chambers will be safe.
We doubted nothing.
Well, what is it before us?
What's the Burnham?
Let every soldier hew him down the bow and bear it toward him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host according to our order.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down the fort.
'Tis his name, Cook. For where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. And none serve him but constraining things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and buoy on industrious soldiership. Yeah!
The time approaches that will, with due decisions, make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their uncertain hopes relate, but certain issues must we arbitrate. Towards which advance the war!
Advance the war!
Bring me no more reports! What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I have almost forgotten the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled thee here a night tree, and my fellow pair would at a dismal trees rouse and stir as life were inked. I have supped full with horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Now it comes to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir!
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the woods began to move.
Fire and slave!
Levy, and fear your mouth to be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I said, a moving road.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive. Fear not, the Burnham would do good unto me, and now a wood comes toward unto name. Arm, working out! I tend to be a weary of the sun and his day in the world for now, and ring the alarm bell! Blow wind, counteract, peaceful diamonds on our back.
Now, near enough! Your leafy streams throw down and show like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Macduff and we shall take upon what else remains to do according to our order.
Very well. We will find the tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beat if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath, those glamorous harbingers of blood and death!
I cannot fly the bear like I was fighting the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one I am to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a harder name than any, is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself cannot pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest! Abhorrent tyrant! With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast born a woman, but swords I smile at. Weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by a man that's of a woman born.
Show thy face! If thou be slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghost will haunt me still.
The tyrant's people on both sides do play. The noble days do bravely in war. Today itself almost confesses yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
And this over the castle!
You would die on my own sword, whilst I see life the gashes do better upon that.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else, I am a boy to thee, but get thee back! My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain than turns and give thee out!
I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for to count my better part of man, I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze all the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and under rigged. Hear that you see the tyrant!
I will not yield! Lay on Macduff, and damn me him that first cried, hold! Enough!
I would the friends we miss were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet, by these I see, so great a day is yet so cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived until he was a man. It's which the proudest have confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought. But like a man, he died.
Then he is dead.
Aye, on the front. Your cause of sorrow should not be measured by his worth, for it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before him?
Aye, on the front.
Why then? God's soldier be he. If I had as many sons as I had heirs, I would not wish them to a fairer death.
Hail, King! For so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head! The time is free! I see thee compassed in thy kingdom's pearls, which speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland! We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon. If your several loves and make us even with you. My worthy thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher, and his fiend-like queen, whom as 'tis thought, with self and violent hands took off his life. This, and what needful else, by the grace of grace we shall perform, time and place. So thanks. Once to all, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail,